because I think that is probably one, if not the most effective things that you can do from a marketing perspective and from a return on investments perspective is to the three audiences from my point of view that we're trying to influence. Number one is the individual, oftentimes happens through either marketing or through referrals. The second is the centers of influence that we talked about. The third, and I think this to me in some ways is the most exciting today, is what I'm going to call AI search. And so let me define that. SEO, search engine optimization, isn't new. It's been around since Google's been around. And a handful of advisors understand that. And they understand that people are searching for information all the time. They go to Google, and if they have a question, different links come out. And so there's a whole marketing strategy around getting found on Google. And that's still relevant. But I think increasingly what's becoming even more relevant is that, I don't know if it's most yet, but many people, probably majority, are now using AI tools such like ChatGPT, even Google search AI overviews. And the new game, as I see it, is how do you get found and ultimately referred and recommended by AI? How do you get it where when someone's having a conversation with ChatGPT and asking questions, as this is what I do all the time. It's like, I have questions. First thing I do, I go to ChatGPT. I ask questions. And at some point I say, okay, I need professional help here. Who should I go to? And because I've had this long form conversation with ChatGPT, and I, to a degree, trust it because it knows all of my context, it knows the questions. In some ways, it could be better than a human referral because the human referrer is limited to the three people that they know and they don't have all the context. And it says, you should call so-and-so. I'm prone to call so-and-so. And so to me, this is the new frontier, is how do you get found, discovered, and recommended, referred by not just Google, but by AI tools, ChatGPT, et cetera. Because I think that is probably one, if not the most effective things that you can do from a marketing perspective and from a return on investments perspective is to train the internet on who you are. Because I saw a statistic by Wealth Tender, who does a business around this, is that 90% of people, even when they're referred to you, they're going to go to Google, they're going to go to AI, and they're going to ask
Right.
about you. And so the very first thing that you would be doing a great service to yourself and your business, whether it's a referral or a complete stranger, is to shape the narrative that the internet's saying about you. Is this something that you've been thinking about or exploring?
Not to the extent of the question, but it is an interesting question. And what I would say is, first, I definitely am not an expert on AI to be able to speak to it intelligently. But what I would assume and assess is that with the data that AI is pulling in examples you brought up, I would assume that going back to the conversation we were having about content, the more opportunities that you have to have relevant content that is in the atmosphere, whether that's written content that you've done that is online or on your website or in various, if you have a niche community, things that have been published or produced there, your social media presence and the things that you do there, audio and video content like we talked about. If you've been on a podcast or even recorded your own videos that you have produced and put out there, if you've done informational things either on your own platform or someone else's platform where you've presented and been able to put that out there. Obviously, if you have a book and that's going to be in various locations and things you've done, it's almost like you want to think of yourself like a media company. And that goes back to the marketing lens and being in the marketing business first. If you started to think of yourself and your business as a media company, what would you want to ensure was perceived by you out there? And all of that is out there that you created as a story, I assume will be pulled by AI to then tell somebody who you are and why you should call.
That's exactly right. And I love how you connected marketing to media, because that's exactly my point of view, is that today we should be thinking of ourselves more as a media company. In my mind, that's how you create influence with the three different constituencies, with the individual. When you're able to provide information to your clients to be referred to, I mean, that's a form of media, whether in whatever format it is. When a center of influence is checking you out, they're assessing, the first thing I do is I go and say, okay, who is this person? I ask ChatGPT, what's this person? What should I know about them, right? We want to be able to have shortcuts, right? We want to be able to make quick decisions. And so the more that these thoughts are reinforced by individuals, COIs, or online tools, AI as a shortcut for that, the more effective we're going to be going forward. And I think ultimately it comes to thinking of yourself more as being in the media business.